Lord, it has been a while since I've posted, and I apologize to my 5 faithful subscribers. Uh, just life has been happening. And here it is in the middle of April, and I haven't even posted about my hunting trip from the end of February, 1st of March. So I thought I'd just do a state of the homestead. Well, first of all, let's address the elephant in the room. I had the pine tree cut down. It was dead, struck by lightning. I thought it would stay, but it was dropping limbs and rotting pretty quick, and I was so afraid that it would fall in the bayou. So I had it cut down, but I saved $500 by getting rid of it myself, and that's going slowly. I'm burning it, but it's been so windy I haven't got much burning done. So just as I can, I've been burning it, and I'll continue with that. Hate seeing this pine tree go. It was such a big pine tree. Only pine tree I had on the property. And just really hate seeing it go. Also, been if you follow me on Instagram, and I'm not a real big I don't market myself very well, so I do have an Instagram by the same name. I don't really kind of cross-platform much, so. But if you've been watching that, I do post some stuff there, and I've been posting the animals that come out at night on my game cameras. And I've had some interesting ones lately, along with the regular possums and the raccoons and the armadillos. A big, beautiful bobcat right there came across, and then one night, same place, 4 or 5 river otters came out and smiled for the camera. So it's just lots of animals around here, and I like sharing that. But anyway, the hunting trip went really well. It was a great trip. I would be hard pressed to rate the hunting trips by year. This one was really good. It was just me and my buddy that hosts me every year, and an old friend of both of ours that came, and it was just us 3 for the week. And so cool, because we had the 3,000 acres to ourselves. We just happened to each have our own Can-Am to ride around in. So it was one of those things where we hunted 2 or 3 times a day, and each time we'd just get together in the kitchen. Well, where are you going? Where are you going? And we would look at the map and would stay as far apart as possible. You know, if one guy was going over here, you would go exactly opposite, so that we had the places to ourselves. And these two guys and me, we were very like-minded. We loved being out there, so we would just stay out for hours and just had the best time. I think we had to have 5 does killed, and I got 3 of them. And I got 2 pigs. Came back with 4 doe and 2 pigs, because Buddy gave me his. And just great time. And I got to say, my 380 AR-10 with that loophole sight scope, just little tack driver, and every animal I shot laid down right where I shot it. There was no hunting blood trails. There was no following wounded animals around trying to find where it finally let go and lay down. I think one deer went about 15 feet. Other than that, they all just lay down right where they were. I do have one really great story about the pig. So there was this pig I saw on the cameras. He was speckled. He was big old boy, and I wanted him, and I kept saying, I want to get the speckle. Oh, by the way, The electric fence is just working out wonderful. Had a problem with hawks, and that's why the whirligigs and the mylar. I lost, look at there's a squirrel saying hi to my chickens. I lost 3 chickens in 4 days to a hawk, and it was very traumatic. So I'm down to 3 girls that are lame, and so I didn't know what to do. I had them locked up for quite a while trying to stop the bleed, and read online that this mylar and whirligigs would help, and so far they have helped. I haven't had any more loss, but I do have quite a few chicks growing right now to augment and replace the herd. Okay, so back to the hog speckle. So I think we had like 2 days left before I had to go back, and we were doing our nightly where you going kind of thing in the kitchen, and I said I'm going to go to 14 and 16 because that's where speckle is, and these are hunting locations that are near the property line. And so speckle had been coming across the property line and making forays into our property, and you'd only see him around 14 or 16, and he was always by himself. So left in the afternoon, say 3 o'clock. The feeders would go off at 4:30. So I went to one place, it's called 16, and I left my Can-Am, and I walked the half mile to 14, which is another hunting position with a feeder, and I sat up there, sat through the feeder going off, sat there till right about dark, just getting dark, didn't see a thing. So I decided I was going to move to 16. So I grabbed my gear. We're talking 2 rifles, a day rifle and a night rifle, and a pack. And I headed down the trail towards 16. And I'm almost to 16, almost to where I left my Can-Am, my 4-wheeler. And I get a text. I look on my watch, which will give me a text, and it's my buddy saying, "Haul your ass to 16, speckle." and he didn't know that I was almost to 16. So I kind of slowed down actually, and started moving in, and I'm coming up on the location. And of course, if you're a hunter, a lot of these plots are fields, open fields, and they'll put the feeder on one end of the field, and they'll put the hunting position, the blind, on the other end. And that's what this was. And so the road leading in, it's just a track for Can-Ams. So I'm walking in there trying to be quiet, and the sun's just about to go down. And I stop and I lay my pack and my night rifle down on the ground. And I just move on slowly with my day rifle, my 380. And I'm going very slowly, and then I come to a point where I know that the brush is thinning, and pretty soon to my right I'm going to be able to see the feeder, and I assume that's where speckle is the feeder. So I get down on my knees and I start going in on my knees, and then at a certain point I drop to all fours, and I'm carrying my rifle in the crook of my arm, and I'm going in on all fours. And I get around there and I see him, and he's just standing there, and actually he's standing facing me, which worries me that he's heard me. So I very slowly and quietly, I get into a sitting position, and my heart is just a thumping. And he's just standing there. And I later glassed it, and it was about 130 yards. So I sit down and I put my rifle up, and I sight in on him, and he's standing facing me. I'm afraid my phone quit recording at 10 minutes. So where was I? Okay, so I sight in on him. I'm in a good Marine Corps sitting position, and I'm trying to control my breath, and he's looking right at me, facing me. And I don't know if he's looking at me or if he heard a noise or he's chewing his cud, but he's facing my way. And I'm just buying time, trying to calm down so I can get a good shot. And then suddenly he turns. And it was a pretty abrupt turn. It's one of those, you've seen it if you're a hunter, one of those animals, okay, I've seen enough, I've heard enough, I'm out of here. It was a very abrupt turn. And I blew out my breath and I took the shot. And I got him. And he just went straight down. And just fell over. Matter of fact, he went down so fast that at first I just lost him in the scope. And I thought, oh, he bolted. And then I saw the lump on the ground and I knew that it was him. So I was very happy with that. I walked back and got my gear, got it out of the road just in case my buddy came. Didn't want him to run anything over. And got down there and after a bit of struggle, loaded him in the back of the Can-Am. He weighed 150 pounds, 149 pounds actually. And I did have a time getting him in there, but I got him in there. I was exhausted by the time it was over. And got him back and we got him butchered. He was a good one. And with the help of my buddies, we got him butchered and brought him back along with the deer and had a lot of meat. And I've done the basic processing of it. I've got it all cut up. I've got it vacuum sealed and in the freezer. And at some point when life slows down a little bit, I'm going to get it back out and start making sausage and stuff like that. What do we got to report from the hunt? Well, the Right in the Rain thing was wonderful. I just loved that, and I really enjoyed being able to. And I'll take some stills. Mark out every day and every morning and every evening and how I did. And then the slings I made, they worked. They gave me a lot of information toward making them even better. So I'm still working on the perfect sling for me. But it was a great trip. Excuse me. It was a wonderful trip. I really enjoyed it. What else is going on? Well, not much. I'm going to try to start making more videos. It's just a time and a little bit of a willingness thing. I have the desire, but maybe not as much of the desire as I used to. Certainly got a lot of things going on. Some of them are worth talking about, and I'm certainly going to try to document those. In my mind, I'm about 3-4 years from retirement, and in my mind, when we get retired and really start a homestead, really concentrate on a homestead, in my mind, I say I'm going to be doing videos daily, a couple a week, but I don't know. I don't make any money off of them. I never have monetized. I've never made a penny. I just do it because I like doing it. And I can't swear that I'll do this forever. Sometimes it bores me. Sometimes it excites me. I don't know. I might go Matt Carriger, although I'm not a millionaire. All right, guys. Appreciate you watching. I really do. Thanks.